Amigos, ¿cómo están ustedes? En esta oportunidad vamos a hablar sobre la candidata para el Senado del estado de Arizona, Kari, donde ha enfrentado a un par de periodistas que ella lo cataloga como payasos del Showtime. El canal y la network Showtime ha enviado a unos periodistas para entrevistar a Kari. En otras oportunidades la han hecho, pero la han confrontado y la han insultado de una manera bastante fuerte, señores. En esta oportunidad vamos a observar en una entrevista en español, que se las voy a traducir en español para todos ustedes, señores, donde Kari le pregunta al periodista si su medio establecido le subió el sueldo a $30 la hora, porque eso es lo que se necesita para sobrevivir al régimen de Joe Biden. Kari, señores, los partió, los fulminó, le dijo todas sus verdades en su cara, le molestó tanto que les dijo que si quieres escuchar para que te sientas bien. No les gusta escuchar la verdad en su cara, prefieren vivir y pensar en una mentira que saben que es una mentira, pero se sienten mejor sabiendo la mentira y están en una mejor posición. Señores, Kari ha sido, esperemos que gane el Senado de Arizona, porque realmente es una mujer que tiene bastante fuerza, señores, tiene bastante poder, es una mujer bastante inteligente y que ama al país y al estado de Arizona. Antes de comenzar con este video importante, te pido que permanezcas hasta el final del video para que puedas entender absolutamente todo lo que te estoy contando. Adicional a esto, regálame un gran like como forma de apoyo a este canal. Suscríbete al canal. Si eres nuevo en este canal, suscríbete. Activa la campanita para que la plataforma te notifique cuando suba un nuevo video. Así que sin más que agregar, comencemos inmediatamente con esta información. Kari ha publicado lo siguiente en la plataforma X y dice: payasos del canal de Showtime envió a un par de payasos a entrevistarme. No tienen por qué ser tan dolorosos para los propagandistas de las noticias falsas. Podríamos tener una conversación si simplemente hicieran preguntas honestas sobre los temas que preocupan a los estadounidenses y no preguntas estúpidas. Sí, señores, este gran intercambio aquí entre Tim Miller y Kari expone puntos sobre temas serios con algo de humor, mi tipo de entrevista. Le preguntan a Kari por qué no apoya a otros candidatos republicanos en vez de Donald Trump. Kari le dice: ¿has visto las encuestas? Tenemos a un hombre que ha estado en las presidenciales anteriormente, que ha hecho su trabajo muy bien. Aquí no estamos hablando si es republicano o demócrata. Se trata de lo que ha hecho para el país y los intereses del pueblo estadounidense en general.
We already have a man who's done the job and done it well. We have a man who, when President Trump was in office, everybody, me, you, doesn't matter your background, doesn't matter whether you're a Democrat, Independent, or Republican, was doing better. Financially, we were safer. Our streets were safer. We've got a situation right now where people they're afraid to walk across the grocery store parking lot, and then they get in the grocery store, and they're afraid when they get the bottom line, and they go, wait a minute, I can't even afford my groceries anymore. Maybe you're making great money.
I don't know. I don't think any of that. I don't think any of that is happening. But that's not really besides the point.
If you are making great money and you can afford gas and groceries, I applaud you. Good for you.
Le pregunta también: ¿te han subido el sueldo? Tienes que ganar $20 la hora para poder sobrevivir al régimen de tu gobernador Joe Biden. Señores, esta entrevista está bastante buena y espero que les guste. Miren.
Hello, we meet again.
We meet again.
How are you?
We got cut short last time. Why was that?
I think
were
there were
mad
so
about
many.
something
No, I
last
wasn't
time.
mad.
No?
No.
I thought you walked off. I thought you
No,
weren't happy.
I had places to be. We were at
That's true.
CPAC.
We were at CPAC.
Not Liberal PAC. We were at CPAC,
We were
which
at
is about
CPAC.
saving America.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good.
I'm happy to be here.
Are you better off right now than you were 4 years ago financially?
So much.
You are.
So much, yeah.
Showtime-
How about you?
did Showtime give
I guess
you-
you quit your job, so probably
Did
not.
Showtime give you a $1,300 a month raise?
No.
Because that's what it takes right now to survive in Joe Biden's
I'm a grinder. I
economy.
have a lot of jobs. You're going to see the former president tomorrow, right?
Yes,
Donald Trump.
I am.
You're going to go speak at the rally?
I'm going to be there, and we're having a spin room,
Yeah.
and I'm going to be speaking to the media. So
Okay,
I'm going to
got
talk
it.
about, as a mom who is really worried about my children's future, I'm going to talk about how we can make this better, because
Yeah.
we are on cruise control heading off a cliff right now. And I think I'm not alone in worrying about my children's future. And so I'm going to go talk to the media about how we can turn this around and I'm looking forward to getting us back on track when it comes to a secure border, an economy that we're not struggling to get buy-in. Actually a policy when it comes to foreign policy and national security that makes sense for Americans and keeps us safe.
Yes, you're contrasting with Biden. What about the other Republicans? The primary is over as far as you're concerned? What do you think about the rest of them?
You know what? You've seen, you're political. You've seen the polling. What do you think?
It seems like it's over to me, but what about, why not you? And you could have been for DeSantis. You could have been for Nikki Haley. Like, what's your assessment? Nobody's voted yet.
We already have a man who's done the job and done it well. We have a man who, when President Trump was in office, everybody, me, you, doesn't matter your background, doesn't matter whether you're a Democrat, Independent, or Republican, was doing better. Financially, we were safer. Our streets were safer. We've got a situation right now where people are, they're afraid to walk across the grocery store parking lot, and then they get in the grocery store, and they're afraid when they get the bottom line, and they go, wait a minute, I can't even afford my groceries anymore. Maybe you're making great money.
I don't know. I don't think any of that. I don't think any of that is happening. But that's not really besides the point.
If you are making great money and you can afford gas and groceries, I applaud you. Good for you.
I do think.
But you know what? Americans are struggling right now. Tim, they're really, really struggling.
But I don't think Donald Trump really cares about any of that. All he talks about, you're talking about that. That's something that all he is talking about is retribution against Jack Smith and how Letitia James is racist and relitigating the 2020 election. He's not talking about regular people's concerns.
He's talking about a lot of people's concerns. Unfortunately, you may not be listening to it. Have you?
I read his Truth Social feed, and it's just like racist Letitia James and Ron DeSantis is falling like a bird, and he's sanctimonious.
Have you listened to any of his speeches at any of his rallies?
Listen to him. Yeah.
He's talking. You know, for me, I'm really concerned about my children. I care about our country. I care about my children's future. Yeah. I'm very concerned about the future of our country. And I think a lot of Americans are. Independents, even Democrats are saying, wait a minute, this is not what we signed up for. They might have voted for Joe Biden, but they're now looking at it and going, whoa, I voted for him, and my life has gotten worse.
That. But do you think it's interesting, right? Like, Arizona had elected a lot of Republicans. Doug Ducey was governor, John McCain, Jeff Flake. Like, all those people won in Arizona. You lost. You would think that the party might want to go back to that and like try that again, but that's not what's happening, right? It's all MAGA. It's ultra MAGA. They're like, they want Trump, they want you.
The Republican Party is no longer the party of warmongers. The Republican Party does not want to be the party that starts endless wars. The Republican Party is the party of an economy that works for all people, whether they are middle class, upper class, professionals, billionaires, or people who are just experiencing the American dream. That's what the Republican Party is right now. The Republican Party is about energy independence so that we're not stuck at the teat of the Middle East telling us, hey, we're going to shut off the spigots and you're not going to be able to afford gas.
So it's not the party of warmongers, so who are you talking about? It's not the party of McCain, Bush, Haley, it's not the party of
Cheney. Let's give that.
Not the party of Cheney.
Let's throw that out. This is a creation of the media. I will tell you this. I'm a fed up mom, okay? And there's tens of millions of moms just like me. I'm not worried about who Trump picks for a VP. He's going to pick someone great. Frankly, if there's any president who doesn't need a VP, it's him. Yeah. But let me tell you this.
It's like a dictator kind of situation where you wouldn't need a VP.
I will tell you, yeah, that's really funny. This is called the circus, right? We got Bozo and Bozo's friend. But let me tell you, I don't care who Trump picks as his VP. What I care about is that the people in Arizona have a secure border, that we don't have fentanyl pouring across our country. Have you ever talked to a mother? Yes. Have you ever talked to a mother who's lost a son or daughter to fentanyl poisoning? And you wouldn't either. Have you ever talked to...
Wait, listen, don't. I haven't had a substantive engagement with you about anything, so don't come back.
We've had an interview before.
I made a joke about Steve Bannon. That's all I've done in this interview.
We've talked before.
Don't give me some fentanyl thing about you're trying to make me feel bad.
It is a fentanyl thing to you, but when you've lost a child...
It is you using something to try to make me feel bad, like I'm not taking me seriously. We haven't been doing an interview. I came in here just to make a little Steve joke.
I did an interview with you, I believe. I believe we did an interview once before at an event we held in Scottsdale.
I don't believe that's true.
We do, and I'm happy to pull that for you. I remember your look, and I remember that we did an interview.
You said in the primary that you won because we outvoted.
What's your name, real quick?
John Howman.
And which organization?
We're with the Circus from Showtime.
Okay.
I believe I asked a question of you about voting machines in your race, but I just want to ask you this.
So
question.
We did do an interview. Are you admitting we did an interview?
I was in a gaggle. It's not really an interview. If I'm standing with 20 other reporters and I yell out a question, it's not an interview. But let's not focus on that. Let's ask you a substantive question about something Steve said in our interview. He said that anybody in the Republican Party who doesn't accept that, who doesn't believe, he said that anybody in the Republican Party who doesn't believe that Donald Trump won the election in 2020 is no longer welcome in the party and in the movement. Is that your position?
Do you believe Joe Biden won 81 million votes?
You're not answering my question.
I'm asking you.
I'm asking
No,
you. You're not answering my question. Do you think that anybody in the Republican Party?
Don't lie.
Yeah.
Not in Republican. I said to elected office. You can be part of the movement. And you can
Thank
be
you.
part of
I
the
think you
We've
said-
got a
I think
fact
you actually
checker
said-
over there.
I think, Steve, you actually said anybody who's welcome in the MAGA movement who doesn't believe Donald Trump.
You know what? Listen. Is
I
it
just-
John, Jay, or John?
It's John.
John.
And I just would like to know whether you believe,
John?
whether you think that's the case or not.
Obviously, he's sitting in the White House. Yes.
Is the legitimately
question-
elected president of the United States? I'll say it again.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. I'm
Hold
trying to
my
get
hands.
you to answer the question.
Hold my
No,
hands.
don't do this.
Let's work through this.
Man, you're not answering a question. I'm asking you a very simple, straightforward, factual question, and you're just refusing to address it.
Jay,
My name's not Jay.
let's-
My name's not Jay.
Jay.
And I will say again.
What do
I'll
you
say
need,
again.
Jay? What do you need to hear to feel okay with
Okay,
this?
I'm done.
Yeah.
What I need to do is
Very
you to answer the. When you're asked a direct question, just answer the question. It's a simple, factual question. Steve asked it, answered it. You can't answer it. You don't want to answer it?
I agree
It's
with.
just such a
I
tedious
agree.
move.
No,
It's
no,
like,
no.
answer the question.
May I, without you interrupting?
Yes, I love you.
And
If you
he
could
re-
actually answer the question.
Did you
it would
say
be
you love me?
amazing. It would be amazing. I said I would love you. I would love it if
Oh,
you
I
answered
thought you
the
said you
question.
love me.
Nah, that's
Because
not
you
like
know
it.
what? You know what, John?
Go right ahead.
It's John, right?
Go ahead.
I don't hate you, and Tim, I don't hate you. But I love this country, and I know that we politically are on opposite sides, obviously.
Not really.
People of Arizona understand me, and they know me, and they care about me, and I care about them.
rejected you.
And I care about them. And I care deeply about any mother, father, sister, brother, friend who lost somebody from fentanyl poisoning. It is tragic. We're losing, and I don't know how old you are. I told you once before I thought you dressed like you were 13. I was joking.
50 earlier. That hurt my feelings. That hurt my feelings. I think.
We're losing.
Close, though.
To be serious,
did
to be
intimidate me.
serious, we are losing a young generation. I'm not okay with that.
You did intimidate me into changing.
You said he was a 50-year-old man in his 50s who dressed like he was 13.
13.
Look now, look how he's all.
I'm
he's all he
I'm
cleaned
just
himself
like
up.
I'm 19 and a half now,
I'm,
Kari.
I'm
just
curious.
updated it for you.
I'm curious
We got-
about the
we got-
pearl
we gotta
necklace.
Yeah, I like it. What do you think?
I don't know. I just
You know what?
bet you're holding
I
it
prefer
right
stronger
to
men. I prefer stronger
bet
men.
you-
Thank you guys.
Señores, ¿qué les pareció esto? Adicional a esto, también tenemos a Kari Lake también, donde en diferentes oportunidades se ha confrontado con una periodista de la CNN. Miren esto. Una reportera de la CNN recibe una dura respuesta al pedir una entrevista de Kari Lake. La reportera de la CNN intentó entrevistar a la candidata republicana a la gobernadora de Arizona, Kari Lake, pero en su lugar obtuvo una dura respuesta. Miren esto.
Hi. Nice to see you. You don't have a mask on anymore. What's going
We're
on?
outside. Do you have a minute to
Well, we're
chat?
6 feet apart.
Do you have a minute to chat?
I'll do an interview.
Okay.
As long as it airs on CNN Plus. Does that still exist? I didn't think so, because the people don't like what you guys are peddling, which is propaganda. Thank you.
Kari Lake le dice a la periodista de la CNN, ok, te voy a aceptar la entrevista, pero si la entrevista sale en CNN Plus, ¿existe? No existe. ¿Por qué, señores? Porque la CNN en ese momento lanzó una nueva herramienta de la CNN Plus, pero eso se fue a la ruina. Nadie compró la CNN Plus porque era tan malo, porque saben que este medio de comunicación es malo, comparte información falsa. Y por ende ese método que quiso implementar la CNN falló y básicamente se fue a la quiebra la CNN Plus. Señores, Benny Johnson publicó lo siguiente en la plataforma X. Kari Lake ordeña una vaca en Iowa y se dirige al periodista del New York Times y le dice, ¿sabes que hay dos géneros, no? Kari Lake le dice, el New York Times debería ordeñar una vaca y luego intentar ordeñar un toro. A ver cómo le va. Miren este video.
Which one of you is from the New York Times? You know there's only two genders, right?
I just take pictures.
There's only two genders, and they know that in Iowa. I challenge the New York Times reporter and the Washington Post reporter to try to milk a cow and then try to milk a bull and see how that goes.
Ay, señores, ¿cómo no amar a esta mujer que realmente ha luchado con todos estos periodistas que tratan de intimidarla, que tratan de minimizarla? Señores, pero no pueden. Le está diciendo todas las verdades en su cara. Podemos ver a estos par de payasos que intentaron entrevistar a Kari Lake, pero las preguntas que le hacen no es centrado hacia los Estados Unidos, que es lo que realmente importa aquí. Señores, es por ende que Kari Lake los partió y uno de los periodistas se molestó de una manera que fue bastante fuerte y Kari Lake le dice, ok, pregúntame algo, ¿qué quieres que te diga para que te sientas bien? Dime algo, ¿qué quieres que te diga para que te sientas bien en tu mentira? Porque esta no es la realidad. Quiero mostrarles esta foto. Donald Trump intenta entender el peso de esta imagen. Este patriota perdió ambos brazos, ahora pierde la sensación de un apretón de manos. El presidente Trump se dio cuenta de esto y le tocó la cara para poder sentir la conexión humana. Esto es lo que veo cuando pienso en los motivos de Trump, que renunció a un estilo de vida multimillonario para ahora ser insultado, arrastrado por el barro y metido a diario. Todo para salvar este país, este mundo y las personas que aman. Aquí podemos observar a un seguidor de Donald Trump que perdió sus ambos brazos y Donald Trump se dio cuenta de eso y lo tocó en su cara como una conexión humana. Esto es un verdadero presidente que realmente ama a su país y ama al pueblo. Kari Lake ha publicado lo siguiente en la plataforma X. Rubén Gallego firmó una solicitud de préstamos declarando que su casa en Washington, D.C. era una residencia principal. El Partido Demócrata del estado de Arizona presenta un candidato al Senado que ni siquiera vive en nuestro estado. Amo Arizona, nunca lo abandonaré como lo ha hecho este tipo. Resulta que se está descubriendo que el candidato para el Senado del estado de Arizona por el Partido Demócrata no vive en Arizona. Político ha publicado lo siguiente. El candidato demócrata al Senado reclama su residencia principal en Arizona y D.C. como parte de una solicitud de préstamo. Los congresistas de Arizona prometieron que la casa de Washington, D.C. supuestamente era su residencia principal. Cuando el candidato al Senado de Arizona, Rubén Gallego, compró una casa cerca del Capitolio el año pasado, reclamó la propiedad de Washington como su residencia principal, como parte de una tasa hipotecaria especial otorgada a los veteranos militares. Pero Gallego y su esposa también dicen que una casa que poseen en Phoenix es su residencia principal. Los documentos del préstamo para la propiedad en Washington obtenidos por Político confirmaron que considera a Washington D.C. como su hogar principal, a pesar de que su campaña sostiene que reside en Arizona. Políticamente significa que el congresista demócrata que pretende derrotar a la senadora Kyrsten Sinema en una carrera muy disputada el próximo año puede tener que explicar por qué declaró que era principalmente un residente de la capital del país. Sí, señores, tenemos a este tipo demócrata que está viviendo en un estado diferente que no es el estado de Arizona que él quiere representar. Quiere derrotar a Kyrsten Sinema, pero por otro lado vemos a Kari Lake que le está diciendo, tú eres un hipócrita. ¿Cómo vas a luchar por el estado de Arizona cuando ni siquiera vives en el estado de Arizona?
We met once when you were actually still on TV.
As a journalist,
as a
yeah.
journalist, but
Well,
look forward to it. I think we're going to have a great race.
It's going to be a knockdown drag-out. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, our border is wide open. You and Kirsten have had a lot of time to do something about it. And even the Democrats are upset about it, Ruben.
I think there's a lot we can still do. We've been doing some good work. I think there's some common ground I could find on. Look, we need to figure out how to get people here legally, so don't go through the illegal
We
manner.
got plenty of people here.
Oh.
Problem is we have plenty of people here right now. We have millions of people here.
Look, if you want to
Fentanyl-
go talk to your,
fentanyl-
some of the mayors,
Fentanyl has killed more
100%.
young people.
and they come through our
And
ports
you've
of
had an
entries.
opportunity to vote. This is Ruben Gallego. He's
Hi,
had
how
a-
you doing?
our border is wide open. He's trying to run for Senate. Our border is wide open. Fentanyl is killing our young people.
And it goes through the ports of entries. 90%
No, it's
cover
coming
the
all
ports of
over.
entries.
But that's not
And we should really
acceptable.
fund more border patrol.
Under
more customs
President
border
under
patrol.
President Trump, we had a secure border.
That's
and I'm
not the
telling you,
case. But I look
it
look
is.
forward to working together if we can, and obviously we'd have more conversations about this. I think it's
Well,
great
we're
that we
going to have
actually
conversations.
I think it's
and
great that we could have a civil conversation too.
Civil, absolutely. But you know what's not civil? People dying on the streets. And in your district, you have
Our
the fa-
state,
in your district,
our state,
no, it's your district. You
our
have the
state.
fastest growing homeless population in the country.
My
There are
district also
veterans.
has the fastest growing economy in the country, and this is
You're-
our
so-
state.
so
This
you're-
is our problem.
So you're
together.
okay. No, I had a solution for our homeless population.
And I look forward to working.
You did, and this guy wants to destroy our country. He really does. You have the fastest growing homeless population in the country,
I've been
in
very
your
happy.
district.
I've been bringing
You've got
millions,
veterans
millions of dollars
dying, and you're voting to cut veteran.
That's absolutely not
Yeah,
true.
that is
You know
absolutely
right?
true. I just
Absolutely
saw
not.
your vote
I
in
just passed
committee.
the PAC Act. I've worked as a veteran. I've received VA
And I
benefits
appreciate,
myself.
thank you, good to see you.
So
I appreciate your service to our country, but I sure wish that you'd care more about our border. We're a border state.
I do
We're
care about the
suffering.
border. As a matter of fact, I will go down the border with you. Let's talk to the mayors. Let's get together. 'cause we
I'm
can
glad
come up
that
with
you
some really
finally
good
are going down
solutions.
to the border because
I
you've
go
had
to
a
the border all
chance
the
to
time.
vote on it. You've
I
had a
find
chance
it
to vote on it.
Look, let's go down the border together. Let's get the mayors together. They'll tell us about some really sane solutions that aren't just, easy answers, right?
Say,
Like
you know
adding
what was
more-
saying? You
like
know what
putting
was
out
saying?
more border, putting up more border
Ruben,
ports of entry,
Ruben,
helping out more background checks.
Ruben, we have to finish the wall. You do realize
That
Joe
is not
Biden.
a simple answer.
You do realize, yes,
That's
it
a
is simple.
answer.
You do realize that Joe
There's a
Biden.
lot of things we do. We should do some border wall. We should do add some more.
You do
border
realize
patrol.
that
we should
President-
add some ports of entries. There's a lot of things to do, but just one thing does not answer it at all.
You do realize that President Trump was on the verge of finishing the border wall. He was doing it without support.
Right.
We
He
had
was
three.
supposed to
May,
get-
may
he was
I
also-
finish?
No.
Or
because
do you
he was
just like
supposed
to
get the
interrupt?
$50.
You just want to
I
interrupt?
believe correctly, it was only 50 miles, and Mexico was supposed to pay for it, and he never did.
Mexico helped us immensely with tens of thousands of
They paid for
soldiers.
it. They did not pay for it.
Ruben,
So let's be
Joe
clear. Trump did
Biden,
not
your
do that.
hero, gave away $300 million in border wall materials
You know that.
for
That's-
nothing. That is
We're
absolutely
still waiting
true.
for Mexico to pay for it. When it
You know what?
But again,
Mexico chipped
this
in.
is something that you and I can work together on. I
No,
think
I'm
it's
not. I'm
something you
not
and I can
working
put
together
down.
with you. I'm going to beat you.
Let's go talk.
I'm going to beat you. We're going to save Arizona.